mics are on, and I'm going to call this meeting to order. And at this time, I'm going to call for the invocation and would ask that you stand, and then followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America and Texas flags. Pastor Williams.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. And good morning, those who are in attendance this morning. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we come to you this day. And we acknowledge the seriousness of the coronavirus in our land and in the lands. And we ask that you would move to bring forth your righteousness in this land, in this nation, Father. And we thank you. We thank you for doing a cleansing throughout our land. And we also pray for those in the nation Italy, Father. We ask that you would move mightily there. For your word says, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, will forgive their sin, and will heal their land. And may this be done, Father. And I lift up to you this morning the meeting of our county commissioners, of Judge Barbara Canales, indeed of the commissioners. And we thank you for your presence with them. We ask that you would move mightily, indeed, in their presence. Give them unity and vision, indeed, for Nueces County. And we pray both for county government, and we pray, indeed, for the well-being of those who are residents of Nueces County. We ask that you would guide them by your Holy Spirit, that you would be with them richly and mightily, indeed. And we give you thanks and we give you praise this day in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen.
Please forgive the interruption, but I need to pause for just a moment, and I just need 30 seconds, but I need to do it over here. So just give me one moment. Okay, let us get back. It's 9:09 a.m., and it is March 18th, 2020. It is where our address is 901 Leopard, and we are on the third floor of the County Commissioner's Courtroom. And Madam Clerk, all commissioners are present. And I do certify that we have a quorum, and safety is so important. Every day for the next 8 weeks, I want us to memorize what we want to be safe about, and that's ourselves and our families and our children, and to give us a safety briefing about this building, but then I hope will also give us a little bit of extra good message on coronavirus prevention is Timothy Everest.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, ma'am. I know we have viewing audiences outside, so I will gear this safety brief kind of towards them. Our restrooms are going to be located on the third floor of the atrium on the right-hand side past the Human Resources Office. Also, in addition, there are 5 additional fire extinguishers located throughout the third floor atrium area immediately outside the courtroom. In the event of a cardiac emergency, an AED is also located on the right wall on the third floor atrium next to the Human Resources Office. Participants responsible for dialing 911 today in the event of an emergency will be Tyner and Edward. Certified participants present are Margaret. In case of evacuation, we ask that you egress down the atrium stairs immediately outside the courtroom, proceed through the double doors located on the left-hand side of the courthouse, and muster across the street in the parking lot. In the event there's a need to shelter in place, we'll remain in the building and wait for further instructions from the Nueces County Sheriff's Office. Our shared safety topics are the education of Nueces County employees and its citizens to take the personal responsibility to ensure the minimalization and the spread of this coronavirus for the next 4 weeks. That concludes my safety brief.
Thank you so much. I would just add how appreciative this court is of all the work that you and your team are doing to keep us safe in the courthouse, in the jail, in the tower, and just everyone's putting in extra hours and a lot of care for their fellow, colleagues. So thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. At this time, I'll move to approving the minutes of Commissioners Court dated March 11th, 2020, and ask if I have a motion. Okay, I've got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Post same sign. Now we also will move to resolutions, proclamations, and orders. And let me preface this by saying that you'll see on the posted agenda that we had 5, and they all would have been just amazing. And I'm going to say I'm going to look forward very soon, I hope, to the day that we can have all of these groups back here and it looks normal again, where it's standing room only and there's lots of young people and people showing so much hope and promise. But right now we want to encourage a living by what we are asking everybody to do, which is to social distance and to keep to small gatherings. And so because of that, commissioners, I'm going to look to have tabled number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And so would ask, thank you. We'll just say, Tyner, to, a date in the future. Do you need a date, like May 25th? That's the 8-week rule.
Okay, and just for your information, the American Vietnam Traveling Tribute Wall has been canceled for now.
Yes.
So the resolution was no good. The dates are going to change.
Okay.
And so we'll bring that one back when it's been rescheduled.
Okay, so we can still have a table from items 1 through 4. And I've got a motion and a second, and all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, post same sign. I think it's okay, though, Commissioner, to verbally recognize the incredible accolades, though, of the Flower Bluff High School swim team, the Flower Bluff girls basketball program, and the Owl Dulce High School powerlifting regional qualifiers, and say how proud we are. And if any of your parents are listening, or if you guys are listening because you're on break still, just know that we can't wait to have you back here in Commissioners Court, where we can properly recognize you and your achievements. So the next one is item number 5, and we have a resolution and a member to join us. And let me get that ready. Tyner.
I'll begin, Judge. Whereas 57 years after the passage of the Equal Pay Act, women, especially minority women, continue to suffer the consequences of unequal pay. Whereas according to the U.S. Census Bureau, women working full-time, year-round in 2019 typically earned 79% of what men earned, indication that little change or progress of a lifetime. Whereas nearly 4 in 10 mothers are primary breadwinners in their households, and nearly 2/3 are primary or significant earners, making pay equity critical to families' economic security. Whereas a lifetime of lower pay means women have less income to save for retirement and less income counted in Social Security or pension benefit formula. Whereas fair pay equity policies can be implemented simply and without undue cost or hardship in both the American economy. And fair pay strengthens the security of families today and eases future retirement costs while enhancing the American economy. Whereas Tuesday, March 31st, symbolizes the time in 2020 when wages paid to American women catch up to the wages paid to men from the previous year. Now therefore be it resolved by the Commissioners Court of Nueces County that the court hereby proclaims Tuesday, March 31st, 2020 in Nueces County as Equal Pay Day, and urges all of our citizens to recognize the full value of women's skills, significant contributions to the labor force, and further, encourages businesses to conduct internal pay evaluation to ensure women are being paid fairly.
So moved.
Motion and a second, and may I ask for a vote on this? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. And Teresa Rodriguez, welcome, and will you be accepting this resolution on our behalf? Normally, Teresa would come down and take a picture, and I'm putting my signature on the copy of what was just read. And thank you so much on behalf of women, women's organizations, men's organization that support women's organization, and really everybody in our community should cheer for such a proclamation as equality for all. And I would point out to the commissioners that through the month of March, downstairs, we have a wonderful Women's History Month, I guess, pictorial and museum-like exhibit chronicling the suffragettes movement. And this really is the modern suffragettes movement, if you think about it. And I just want to say thank you for being here. And will you share this with everyone in the community that you can? Thank you.
We'll even bring the women back, too.
Thank you.
And I would like to point out that Commissioner Matas is the one that brought this forth.
That's great.
Appreciate, we've done this last year or two now, and obviously it's important, and just, if I may, Judge, you know,
Please.
with what we're going through economically, or potentially can as a country, as this virus continues, as we mentioned, 4 in 10 mothers are the primary breadwinners, and we really need to think about them also in these times. And it's so uplifting to see different groups trying to help out, and seeing our federal government hopefully helping out. But this really should hit home as we discuss our policies and our decisions later on, that this is going to affect a lot of families, but a lot of moms who are the main breadwinner in the household. And so this, paying them at the proper wage is important, but most importantly, just helping them get paid as some of these jobs get shuttered, at least temporarily. So,
Thank you so much. And I just want to point out that the WCA has been carrying Equal Pay Day for many years and empowering women. And I really commend the Y, in particular Nancy Wesson-Dodd, her whole board, all the volunteers for not only honoring women as they do every year with Y Women in Careers, but more importantly, teaching young Y teens the importance of equality and empowerment. And so really, if you would share that message with the Y, I would be most grateful. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Stay safe. Okay, I know the courtroom seems so different. It's very quiet, but we have imposed our social distancing, and we have courtroom chairs outside this courtroom, so I just wanted the audience to know that. And we also have televisions outside in the hallway. And so we're going to be asking folks to come in as they make presentations or as maybe their agenda items come in. But of course, we're going to follow the rule of 10 in the audience. But right now, we're doing great. So at this point, I'm going to move to H1, which is the Port of Corpus Christi Authority of Nueces County appointment. And there are some people that we're going to ask to come in that have been patiently waiting outside. And we thank you. We'll give them a moment to be seated. Okay. And at this time, commissioners, as you know, to set the table, there is an open seat because of the resignation of county appointee Dick Bowers. This seat, as my understanding is for the term that ends December 2020, and therefore it is to fill the vacant seat and the unexpired term that we have. And this is a commissioner's appointment, and at this time, Tyner we've received, I think we received, was it 12 or 13, Tyner? Hold on, give me.
13, but I understand
One withdrawal.
one withdrawal.
So 12
Larry Elizondo withdrew.
withdrew. Okay, so commissioners, you have before you all 12 applications. I know you've had sufficient time to review all of them and ask questions both proactively and when they were called upon you to visit with them. And so at this time, I would like to ask if there are any nominations for this very important board. And,
I'd like to nominate.
yes, sir?
First of all, as I say, sorry, I hate to see Mr. Elizondo drop out. He had some very good qualifications and very much involved in the community all his life. And I guess he had a choice to withdraw at his choice. So, but also at this time, I'd like to nominate Dr. Brian Gully.
Dr. Brian Gully, and I will second that motion. And I would ask if there is any discussion at this time.
Judge, I'd like to make a comment.
Sure.
We had some really good people that applied. We really did. This was a very tough decision, and I think so many of them were so qualified. So, and I just like to say, because this is probably the most important board that we appoint. And, you know, the question was said yesterday, well, why didn't y'all get women to apply? Well, you know what? Women, if they're interested, they need to apply. We're not supposed to go out and get women. They're strong women. You come apply if you're interested in a board. And the other thing is, I have no conflicts of interest on this vote whatsoever. I've not received money from anybody. I want to make that clear because sometimes because of these appointments at the board, at the port, people come back later on. They're focused on the virus right now, but later on they come back and say this. So I'm just telling you, I'm completely clear-minded, no conflicts of interest. Thank you.
I'd like to comment on what you said, Carolyn. It's really important. We did have some great applications, and they were very unique, and they ranged from people who had served as captains, you know, on as pilots in our channel. Some had unique environmental experience. Some were business leaders. Some were public servants currently serving. There was a really interesting array of diverse applications. And so I do want to commend everybody who continues to say, I want to serve this community. And I think that is very important to note. I would like to go ahead and ask for any more discussion, and if not, I think at this time I will take the vote as the rules require me to.
Judge, just also
Yes.
echo what Commissioner Vaughn said, that we had some great applicants. Haven't had a chance to visit with many of them in person or by phone, those that you know, chose to reach out. And, you know, this is one of the deepest candidate pools that I've seen really for any position, but especially for the port. There's always a lot of interest, but, you know, you say, well, maybe 2 or 3 that really can go. But I see, you know, going down the list, there's so many different areas of specialty skill sets that they could bring in and be an excellent complement to what we have. Some had a little bit of everything, you know. For me, I'm looking for someone that has, you know, some experience with you know, in business and in other positions, you know, serving the community, you know, obviously being involved in the community, and having a thick skin, someone that can really get in the mix, as we do from time to time, but still be professional, move on beyond that, but also advocate for the region as we are a partner, but also to stand up as our appointee.
Yeah.
You know, and stand up for Nueces County, because sometimes we have to distinguish ourselves, and especially what's been going on with our partners at San Pat, unfortunately. So, you know, I wanted to see somebody that can do that, somebody that will do that. You know, Dr. Gully's name is up. I think he's an excellent choice. But we had several others that I would have been happy with, that they would have been able to fill right in and do an excellent job for us. But I also want to thank everyone that applied, and to continue to look at other ways to serve, because we have a lot of positions that go vacant in this county, or it takes us some time to fill. And so if this didn't happen today, hopefully for whoever's out there, that you will apply or show some interest in some of our other positions in the upcoming weeks and months.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So at this time, I'd like to call for the vote. I have a nomination for the clerk made by Commissioner Gonzalez and seconded, and that's for Dr. Brian Gully to serve at the Port of Corpus Christi for the unexpired term. And all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Judge, I need to abstain on this, and I
Okay.
want to say that The only reason I'm doing so is because I didn't think about this enough time to get an opinion from the county attorney. Now that the vote has been made and my comments have no influence, in full disclosure, Mr. Gully is an investor in a company that I own, and so I feel like the best course of action for me to do is to abstain on this vote. But it's not because I don't think y'all made an excellent choice. It's just because I think that's the better part of valor here, so.
Okay. Sound understood by the clerk, and the vote passes 4-0. Let me also make some comments. Number one, I recognize that one of our applicants is here, so Ray, thank you for being here this morning. I always say that it's important to come and ask if you would like to serve, and I appreciate you being here. And I also want to recognize Dr. Gully is here, and Shannon Gully, his wife, who also in her own right could have been an applicant here, and maybe that would have been the female that we were looking for. We didn't have any female applicants this time, but one thing I want to point out, it's really important that the audience at home get to hear the qualifications. You heard us say doctor. That's because Brian Gully is an oral surgeon here in our community and has served our community very well. And although being a doctor, probably one of the greatest gifts you can give to humanity, is such a wonderful calling, Brian, for me, it was the other pieces of your resume that made you a perfect candidate. Let me share with the audience why I think your qualifications and background are so perfect for the times that we have present with us here at the Port of Corpus Christi. For starters, I think you are a man of the water. You have grown up all your life around Corpus Christi, but you've served on ISAC's board, that's the Island Strategic Action Committee, and also the TERS #2 board. I know that you are active in the Island Moorings Airport and Channel Corp., and this is the organization that dredges and maintains the channel and the jetty to the ship channel. You're also very active. I think you've been the president multiple times of the Type A board, which is essential for economic development. Most people may not know, if they don't know you, that you have a captain's license. And that's also really important because you've been an owner-operator of a business that operates passenger vessels from Port Aransas since 1982. I know that you are a landowner in San Pat County, and San Patricio really believes that they need a stronger voice, and the fact that you own businesses and a substantial amount of land in San Pat, I hope will please them, that you have somebody that has an interest there as well. In addition, for me, serving on the board of one of my favorites, a board that I served on as well, the University of Texas Marine Science Institute, probably the premier leading institute on the bays and estuaries of not only the Gulf of Mexico, but the bays that lead into the Gulf, but in general, the world-class research that's done there is supported by the advisory board, and you've served on that board. I didn't know this till you interviewed with me, but your graduate work in oceanography and estuarian ecology impressed me as well. But perhaps the thing that makes you most suited is the fact that your bulkhead construction and development of bulkheads near island moorings really makes you keen to understand the permitting process from the GLO's perspective, the Corps of Engineers, and the opportunity to work with local government. You are really an amazing person. You have your fingers in so many different businesses, from landfills to EMS paramedic training. I know that you've been involved with land acquisition and water rights and right-of-ways and municipal solid waste, long barge fleet mooring, on and on. And so what I wanted to say is, while for me the greatest calling in life is that of healer, and I'm glad that you've served us in that capacity, it's all of your other background that makes you so ideal. And most importantly, when I asked you, would you stand up for the community, you said, will you introduce anybody that you think I need to know that would make a difference to making us work together better for the port. And I will do that. The Hillcrest community is a very important part for me, for you to represent Nueces County. And I know, and that's Commissioner Vaughn's community, and I think we have to start on that tomorrow, day one. It would be an honor to swear you in whenever that time comes available. I believe their meeting occurred yesterday. So the next meeting that you would be eligible for would be April. Having said that, I know you won't waste any time hitting the ground running and making the phone call immediately to the CEO. And I'll make the call to Charlie as well, but you're going to get to him before I will, and to let him know of what's transpired here. And I know they would like to brief you immediately. The problems before us at the port are different than they were 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I would have told you we're the #1 crude export port in the country, and things are so good, we're drowning in our own success. Today, we wake up in an economic downturn and possible serious consequences. But I know that we are diversified enough and resilient enough to weather any storm that comes our channel's way. But it's your experience with that channel, for me, is the deciding factor. So I charge you with representing this county well, working well with all of the other port commissioners. Once you take that oath, your oath is to the port, but your duty is to confer and to communicate, right, with this body, and we hope and encourage you to do so often. And with that, I would like to offer the mic if you would like to say anything.
Say one thing,
And yes,
since I nominated
yes, hold on, they want to, Commissioner Gonzalez.
I just want to say that when I interview, and I still call him Dr. Gully all the time, but is that your work with the GLO Corps engineers and several pipeline companies, really impressed me. But I think what really impressed me most, Doctor, is the fact that when I told you I had 2 top ones, and that you probably were number 2, you responded was good. I mean, you said, hey, do what you think you need to do. That's the one you want, let's go ahead. And, I really appreciate your response, that you didn't got angry, you didn't, responded differently or whatever, because we have people respond differently, believe it or not. But, I just appreciate the fact that you took it, and I said, haven't made up my mind for sure yet, but, I know I got 1 and 2, and I'm looking at 2, but, it might change. So I really want to thank you for holding in there and for your sense of mind that you said, hey, do what you think is right. So I know you'll do what's right also for the Commissioner's Court. So thank you.
And you're the only guy I know that's actually faced a lion and survived, and sometimes there's a lot of lions out there.
I understand. First of all, thank you, Judge, for being second. I mean, there was a lot of really, really, really good candidates out there. I knew some of those people very well. And Larry Elizondo, of course, is a longtime friend of mine. And so it makes it that much more of an honor to me to be picked in that field, as Mr. Morris said. So I take this very much to heart, and I have a lot of homework to do. I'd like to make a phone call to Mr. Bowers and appreciate his work that he's done, because he's devoted many, many, many years to the port, and he deserves some respect for that. I think I can work well with these people. I've always been able to work well with different boards, and I think that's helpful. When you don't always get along with things, you don't agree with them, but you know when it's time to hold your ground, you know when it's time to give a little bit of ground. But I appreciate, and I'm gonna make you guys proud. I'm gonna work real hard. And that's the one thing I've always done, is I do my homework and I'll work as hard as I can. And I'll make sure every one of you has my phone number. I'm used to being on call anyway, so call me anytime, in the middle of the night, whatever. And I'll do the very best I can to work with you. If you ever have any question or ever any problem, I'd much rather you call me and talk to me about it than worry about it. So thank every one of you, and I've got a lot of work to do.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. I'm sorry, with social distancing, we're not even giving hugs anymore, but we really do wish you the best, and thank you to your wife for accompanying you, and I wasn't joking. She would have made a great one, too. Thank you, guys.
I got around the office, though.
Okay, so let's move on to public comment. And Edward, do we have any? Oh, sorry, it's already coming up. Yes, we do. We have Kathy Mills. I ran into Kathy, and she gave me an update, and I said, that'd be a good public comment, so welcome.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners, good morning. Y'all might remember I was the former administrator of the DA's office. I have moved up to the 13th Court of Appeals where I serve as the clerk of court. My job up there is essentially the same as it was in the DA's office. I'm the lead administrator. I've been working over the last 2 weeks on an extensive pandemic response plan that has been sent to all other Court of Appeals. They're adopting large portions of that. I'm here to inform you that our court is operating entirely remotely at this point. We do have staff members coming up. I asked Judge if we could continue to have access to the building if, in the event of a closure, if that does happen. So I'm here to assure you all that, we're here to work with y'all. I've been in contact with the 5th Administrative Region Judge as well, Judge Maderi. And I stopped down a couple of times to visit with Judge Canales because we are tenants in y'all's premises. So we appreciate staying informed, and we want to keep y'all informed as well. So we're operating remotely. We can hold oral argument remotely, and the clerk's office is receiving filings as well. So we're operational, we're remote. I'm still coming in because I have 2 babies in a 2-bedroom apartment, so I'm going to come to the office no matter what. But I just wanted to let y'all know that any decisions you make, the 13th Court of Appeals will support. We will be able to continue operating in the event of a closure if that should happen. And I do want to thank y'all for working so quickly to implement safety measures. It's been noticed, recognized, and greatly appreciated by the people who do work in the building. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes public comment, and so I'll move to the consent agenda. Consent agenda is today's A through G on the first page, and on the second page, H through L, and I would ask if there are any that need special consideration for me to pull at this time. I'll give you a chance to double check. A through G on the first page, and then H through L.
So moved.
Second.
Okay? Motion and a second, and all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. And we're going to move to the regular agenda item, and so there are a couple, just to kind of give you some organization. On number 4 and number 5, those are going to be tabled, and also number 7, if you want to circle those. 4, 5, and 7 are going to be tabled. And again, we're just trying to, make sure that we don't have large groups here for number 4. So I'd like to do just those housekeepings. Can we get a motion to table item number 4? And a second, okay? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Hopefully we'll get to have them back real soon. And then item number 5 is one that I put on, but again, because he's coming from out of town, we just figured it was better to work on this at another time,
Move to table.
okay? Motion, just need a second? Second. Okay, and all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those same sign? Okay, aye. And then item number 7, I believe that they were, I'm not exactly sure if they had another place to be, but Tyner got word that they would just do this on another day. Is MHID being tabled to April 8th?
Yes.
Okay, so I need to let you know that item number 4 is more of a May 25th after our 8 weeks. And then for the clerk, item number 5, we can put it on April 8th and maybe not even do his at all. We can do it in a different manner. And then item number 7 for April 8th, a motion please to have MHID return to us and give us an update on April 8th. Okay, and then second. And then all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
How about number 9? Is that coming
Number
from-
9,
Coming from out of town, or?
Judge, we were
No.
going to, item 4A9, I talked to Thomas Graham yesterday. As you know, the hospital district is paying for this.
right.
Is what
so-
I understand. And so we'll ask Thomas to come back, but I don't see any reason why the court can't go ahead and approve this.
I see.
And since he's in.
He can come back at
Austin-
another
He
time.
can come back at another
Okay,
time,
that's fine,
but
because there's no economic impact to us.
no economic impact. Recommend
Got it.
going ahead and approving that.
Okay, so in that case, we'll get to it then when we get to it. So we don't have to table it, Commissioner. We'll just get to it when we arrive at number 9. So in that case, I'll back up. And we will do item number 1, which on your screen, so I just wanted to make sure we had time. We're trying new technology this morning. This is very exciting. We are going to have a presentation from Kathy Drolet. She's the second person on your screen, her bio. She represents a company called CoFile, and the item is to receive the presentation from CoFile on a records assessment and proposal related to the scanning, preserving, and archiving case files and index books for Nueces County District Clerk. This is a presentation only at this time, and, but it has a really important impact to our county and to our future. And so she is in Dallas today? I'm not sure where she's
She
speaking.
actually lives in New Braunfels.
In New Braunfels. So we're using new
but I don't know where she
technology.
is right now.
And again, I want to remind the audience that, that we're getting to be able to do video conferencing because of the governor's quick action and quick thinking, suspending the Open Meetings Act and allowing us to do this by video presentation. And again, for the audience at home, we have access for people in the public to see this presentation in the hallways as well. Okay, good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Your Honor, and good morning, Board. I wanted to just direct your attention to the screens. My two colleagues, both Scott Fausto and Chris Marotti, are here with me in my home office, so we are practicing social distancing here. And at this time, I would like to turn over our presentation to both Scott Fausto and Chris Marotti.
Your Honor, Commissioners, good morning. My name is Scott Fausto, and I represent CoFile Technologies. I'm accompanied by Chris Marotti, our records conservator, who's one of our company leaders, and Kathy Drolet, who serves as CoFile's account rep to the District Clerk's Office and South Texas. We come before court this morning to present and respectfully request approval for a proposal for the District Clerk's Office. The proposal offers restoration and preservation of historical permanent records and imaging, redaction, and OCRing of contemporary records, and a software solution to make index book images publicly accessible via the internet. The proposal cost is $2 million with annual software support and maintenance of $3,067.20. The proposal offers optional services at an additional $2,133,420. I'd like to provide brief background information on our company, expertise, and experience. I'll then turn the presentation over to Chris, who will guide you through a PowerPoint presentation followed by a video. CoFile's headquarters are located in Philly. We have 9 locations throughout the United States, over 400 employees, and generate in excess of $70 million annually. CoFile is best known as the market leader for restoration and preservation of historical records.
First,
We have had
and then the other two.
products, protect and preserve records. We are literally the worldwide leader in microfilm production and distribution, serving 80 counties and approximately 85 to 95% of the global market. CoFile also provides archival imaging and indexing services for both daily filing activity and historical records. We have 4 land and vital record systems installed in more than 250 counties and cities in 16 subsection D, under statute 304, we can actually see it says preservation of the records. Under government code, we can actually see that we have to provide for the permanent retention of the records, including security provisions to guard against physical loss, alteration, and deterioration. The government code then goes on to define deterioration and preservation and restoration. All of the terms is what we're including in our proposal, and that's what our proposal aims to address. The actual physical deterioration through natural disasters or just partial destruction due to use. Preservation is going to be stopping that deterioration, also increasing public access, and that's where our quick link product comes in. It gets these pages and images into a digital format and makes them much more accessible for the public. And then restoration is just enhancing the actual physical document, whether that's the actual paper record itself by service cleaning and preservation of the physical document, or digital restoration, where we're enhancing it to make it more legible. Back in 2009, the Chief Justice of the Texas Supreme Court commissioned and ordered that a task force be set up to study the specific court records that were housed in Texas. There was about 500 storage sites located throughout Texas that house these records. Over a course of 2 years, voluntary task force of judges, district clerks, historians, archivists, and conservators, and lawyers studied all this and issued a report. Some of the findings that they found were poor storage facilities, loss of records by active individuals, that's mostly going to be theft due to security measures, inappropriate policies, procedures, and practices. That pretty much is referencing retention schedules. A lot of courts were maintaining records that could be destroyed, and that was just logging their records in offices. And then just lack of general preservation training and education. Also lack of preservation plans, and then the biggest item, which is funding constraints. As a result of this, in 2011, they released a 93-page report detailing all of those findings. In that report, they also ordered that the Texas State Library and Archives Commission, TSLAC, to overview and update and amend their retention schedules, which is what the clerk's office uses to decide what stays and what goes. TSLAC updated their retentions and declared any record, any case paper or record prior to 1950 cannot be destroyed. It is permanent record forever. Also, any case period, because of its notoriety or significance that might be considered historical, that as well is now permanent. One of the reasons we recommend upgrading and preservation and getting this information on the internet is because of where Nueces County is located. You guys have a long storied past with hurricanes, tropical storms, and weather events. This is data from NOAA, the National Hurricane Center, and Nueces, which is a private vendor that interfaces with NOAA to interpret and model the data. They've modeled all the data for the hurricanes and the tropical storms in the last 170 years, and it pretty much shows that every 4.2 years, you guys get hit or brushed. Average wind speed is 110 miles an hour. Your last event was Harvey, and statistically, your next event is scheduled for next year. Now, let's hope that doesn't happen, but if we look at the data and current weather models, it looks like some type of event will hit your specific area next year. Some of the other counties that have engaged in similar work like this are Dallas County, Tarrant, Bexar, Harris, Denton, Hidalgo, and El Paso. They've all developed and implemented preservation programs that look at both their real property as well as their court records, either county court or the district court. I'll hand it back over to Scott now to give you a more precise overview of the proposal.
Thank you, Chris.
Belinda sent
Commissioners, if you would
this
Each line item on the bottom half of the screen, referred to as the index books, these are the records in which we are proposing to image and make accessible through our quick link application software. Today, the public, and your staff for that matter, are relegated to accessing these records during county hours and having to come physically to the courthouse. By making these records available through QuickLink, they will be accessible 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and we also offer 24-hour online support. That will allow your public to perform searches, determine the records that they need, so that they can either call the clerk's office to make
Yeah, let me chime in and tell you, you're at a disadvantage because you can't hear what we're hearing. So technology's great, but since it's our first time, we're learning. So I just want to say, probably for the future, what we'll need to do is you just turn everybody's volume off but one computer, okay? And you won't get the echo that we're getting. So we heard you in stadium sound. You know how they have Dolby sound? We heard you in stadium sound. But what I want to point out are the highlights, which is that this project has been really worked on for about 6 months, maybe longer. The dream has been alive for years, but we've had hardcore presentation, drafting for about 6 months in conjunction with the district clerk's office. And representing the district clerk's office this morning is Leanne and Sergio. And I will say that really we have a major goal, and that is that goal is to take a real bite out of the workload that we have. If we keep on the pace we're at, we'll never, ever, ever, ever finish. I'm talking about you could go for 30 years and not finish. So we need to take a big bite out of it. And then the good news is that with the programming that we have with CoFile, we can, just like you have a capital improvement plan for big infrastructure, well, think of this as your capital improvement plan for documents. And so what they've done for you is they've come in free and literally analyzed everything on the 6th floor, everything at our records warehouse. And because of that analysis, we've been able to purge thousands and thousands of boxes and thousands of exhibits off the 6th floor. In addition, we've been able to transfer thousands of boxes from here to there, from the 6th floor to the warehouse. And more importantly, at the warehouse, we've been able to purge thousands of boxes that were no longer needed or required by law to be kept. So all of this, we've used our human capital to the max. I want you to know that. And that was not an easy task. It started with designating Elizabeth Salinas as our record management office. So the dream is, because you want to know what the goal is to get rid of that 6th floor. The nightmare that is the 6th floor records needs to, change. And we started in 2014, but that was just under 6 years ago. I mean, so we just got started with this modernization. So the proposal that's before you, if I could bring up the last one, is to really take a big bite. And there was a lot of discussion as to whether, with the experts, to go backwards or forwards. In other words, do you start at 1950 and go forwards, or do you start at 2014 and go backwards? And we made a decision to go at 2014 and go backwards and take the biggest bite out of it. Now, you might be remembering that we passed a fee, historical archival fee, for the district clerk, and that fee will generate approximately $300,000 a year. So if you're wondering, well, what good will it do to get this big bite out now, it'll do a lot of good, because we can always, at least bare bones minimum, go with putting towards $300,000 at minimum every year. I mean, that's very comforting to me that there's a stream of revenue that is focused here. So the real exciting part is that we have a universe analyzed. We understand now what we can get rid of, what we need to get rid of in the future, and what we need to digitize, and then we're going to still use that human capital that we have here to help us do our work. The other exciting thing is that the storage capability that CoFile has. You'll notice that on the proposal, I need to bring it back up because it left my big screen, but on the proposal, CoFile is going to store a record amount of boxes here. I don't have it in front of me now. But they are going to do storage for us in their record warehouse in Dallas as well. And so we get a little bit of everything with this package. Now, you might be wondering how we're going to really make a big dent in it. And the concept is that CDBG mitigation money has several funds that are available to counties. I believe, after speaking with our grants department, that the way we're going to get through years 2 through 5 to supplement Ann's $300,000 is to make this a county-wide project. And join with other counties. And I've talked to other county judges. When Refugio got damaged with water from Hurricane Harvey, they lost all their historical books. And remember, you think to yourself, well, is that important? Yeah, it is. Turns out it's real important. How about when you go lease land for ranching? How about for oil and gas? How about for the records that lawyers need to use as evidence in cases? It depends what your need is, but both from the county level and a civil level, there are, from the county clerks and the district clerks, preserving documents is not only important, I would mandate that it's required. And it's just that times have changed, and now we have to adjust to this change. So I say, bite the bullet now or pay more later. And paying more later could result in the loss of documents. And so because Refugio had this difficult problem, they're interested in putting together a multi-million-dollar grant with us. Now, will we get that grant? We don't know. But the fact of the matter is CoFile has done all the work for us. We no longer have to data analyze anything. We'll take their entire presentation and make that the justification for our grant. So I'm very grateful to CoFile for that piece of it. But the funding source for this would be our CO 2019 to make this big adjustment. And I don't know if you guys want to say anything on the behalf of the district clerk's office, but you guys have been working on this project for I don't know how long, but this has been Ann's dream almost. But you have to have partners in your dreams. It can't just work one way. And so she's been working with CoFile, been working with us as a court to get the archival fee in place, working with us as a court to get the RMO in place. But if we really want to make a difference, it's my understanding that this is her recommendation, and please go ahead and address it. And then I'll let commissioners ask any questions of you, Sergio, or of the experts on the line.
So, yeah, this has been a project she's been wanting to do when she took office and went to go tour that records warehouse and saw the disarray that those records were in. She was really shocked, and so this has been a project she's been wanting to do. And like you said, we want to start with the most recent records and then work our way back. We have found that the more recent ones that are not imaged into the system are the ones that we're utilizing our people to go out to the warehouse, pick those records up, and bring them back to make a 3-page copy, and that's taking time and money to send people out there. And so we really do think that this is the best solution, and we really thank CoFile for coming in and assessing and assisting us on making that decision.
And I had asked you, and you sent this to me through CoFile, the storage that they're going to provide to us amounts to
3,600 square feet.
3,600 square feet. So I just want you guys to know that we're getting the benefit of the bargain of 3,600 square feet, because they're going to store over 1,300 boxes for us. And I said, that doesn't mean much to me. Tell me what that means in square footage, because there's a value there. We all know, we just rented space, so we understand the value of space and what it costs to go rent it. But we need to minimize that records warehouse by purging, by storing, and by, digitizing, so that we can get rid of that big records warehouse that's not only costing us a lot of money, but more importantly, it's not safe there because it's water compromised, humidity. It's costing us, exactly. So anyway, with that, I just want you to know that this is a project that comes before you. I'm sorry it doesn't have the, for a project that's having been worked on so long, it's a shame that it hit right at this time where everybody is, not able to be here with us. But let me just say that it was so important to Ann that we keep on timing and schedule, that we continued it on your agenda. It's your big agenda item for this week, and would ask that you ask any questions, because it's just presentation only today. But it's really important that we get your thoughts and hopefully your buy-in, so that we can start taking the real steps we need to modernize the county's records.
I have a question. So if I'm to understand right, it's $2 million and then an additional $2 million. And what is the contract and how much is the grant we're requesting from CDBG funds?
Right, so the first 2 million would be our contract, and the second is all optional, so we don't have to do the second one at all. It's just showing you what you really need. And so I would probably put in for a $10 million grant because we know we could use it.
And how long's the contract, Judge?
Extends 5 years.
5 years?
5 years,
First year is the 2 million, and then the optional, years 2 through 5.
right. And we know we can afford 300,000 every year, according to Sergio's calculation. So we can always do business with them, and as long as we're doing business with them, they can do all our storage for us.
So it's a 5-year contract. The first 2 years is 2 million, and if you want to add the additional 3 years, that's another 2 million.
First year is 2 million.
The first year is 2 million. Years 2 through 5, another, okay.
But you don't have to do any of them, like, at all?
Yeah, if we decide to just do the first year, we can do that, and then we don't have to go with them for years.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah, the real commitment from the county is $2 million to get us really started. Everything else is optional after that. But because Ann's going to collect money, I would say that this court will always have a yearly option to come back. And that's why we need to go out for the grant money, because we really need to know that we can continue this process, like our other urban counties have done. But it's, we're going to have to make a good case. But CoFile has helped us make that good case. And because I said Refugio will join hands with us, my goal is to put in for the whole 10 million and share it with another county like Refugio or,
Do we know how much that 2 million will get us for how many years? Do we have any idea?
Yeah, in the proposal, it's all broken down.
Okay.
Do you remember though how many boxes from Ms. Vaughn or what would?
Just curious how much we're going to get for that.
Scott and Kathy might be able to help out.
Hold on, guys, can you hear us? So for the 2 million, can you tell us, we're having to get it back up on the screen, how many boxes that amounts to?
Yes, ma'am, did you say how many boxes we would process within that $2 million?
Yes, yes.
So there would be approximately 877 boxes in total, plus 64 volumes of historical record books and 157 volumes of index books.
Okay, so some things are measured in volumes and some things are measured in books.
Volumes would be those giant books that you see.
Okay,
The
okay,
red books.
thank you.
And what happened, guys, is we lost our visual, but we have the presentation and we can, in our packets, so we'll make sure the commissioners see that. So,
And Judge, they wanted me to play this video, and that's why it's on the screen. I'm scared
Oh.
to change it.
I see. I'm sorry, Tyner.
May I go ahead and play it?
Yes.
Like other states, has its own unique history. And when I was in law school, my family is from Texas generations ago, and so I did a little research with my father
Bless you.
Thanks, Tyner. Well, thanks. I'm going to open it up to any more questions. It's a receive a presentation only at this time. Is that correct, everyone?
That's correct.
Yeah, so anyway, this is the time to, after today, really print this proposal. Call Kathy Drolet, call Scott. They're so willing to get on the phone and really go over it with you. I want us to really understand the significance of what we're doing. And I want to thank, of course, the district clerk's office and Ann personally for, for really leading the way. They came to me and said, what do you think about this? I didn't know much about the records warehouse when I came here, and I, like everybody else, was astounded. And I want to tell commissioners, I really want each of you to go to the 6th floor. Really need you to go over there. You can't make a decision about this until you go up there. And Commissioner Gonzalez had to step out, but he passed me a note, wanted me to reiterate that, we have discussed, whether or not we could get a new building. That's really important because we're currently leasing right now. And I support that effort, maybe as an opportunity to do, multiple things with the building. But, for storage. But I want to emphasize that the documents that we're dealing with too are fragile because of the paper and the ink and the condition they have already been in. And you can see some of that deterioration from some of the pictures. And so it doesn't matter. The ship sailed, I guess is what I'm saying to you, that the time to have preserved was a long ago, and so we've lost the integrity of that paper, and the ink and a lot of the condition is very, very bad. In fact, there's some that are so bad that they have mold, and there's really some bad, not everything, but there are some really bad areas to address. And some documents always have to be preserved, always, and some can be purged over time. So anyway, I want to encourage you to really look at this because there was so much work, months and months and months of work of preparation that went in here. And at a very near time when Ann comes to us, and probably the next court, you're going to see that there's going to be a request. And I think before there's a request to move on this, you had to understand the presentation, what it's going to cover, how many boxes, how many volumes, and what we've been able to do because CoFile made this presentation today. So with that, Tyner, anything else we need to know? Kathy, Scott, anything else before we close?
That concludes our presentation, Your Honor, and we would like to thank the court for instituting this method for presentation, which cares for our safety and the safety of your constituents and your public. We recognize that the court has many other priorities, given the urgencies of our current day. But again, we thank you for your time and consideration. Our only other question would be, would the court be open to considering scheduling a subsequent agenda item meeting in which this proposal could be considered for approval?
It's my understanding that the district clerk will make that recommendation through Tyner for April 8th. That was my understanding from visiting with her. Sergio, is that correct? He's saying that's correct. So the answer is that is actually coming to us upcoming. Yes, sir.
The 800 boxes is not a lot of boxes compared to what we have at the warehouse. But I'm saying 800 boxes of something you would take out of the warehouse? Or what? Or out of the district clerk's office, or where? Where are those 800 boxes coming from?
So you'll see that if there's a breakdown, he's asking what the breakdown, Scott, is on what type of boxes they are and where they coming from, 6th floor versus records warehouse. The 871. Those at the records warehouse. I don't know if we lost him. Sergio, could you just go ahead and answer?
So I believe those boxes would be coming directly from the warehouse since we are starting with 2014. I believe we just, the RMO just moved 2014 civil files to the warehouse. So we would be taking those files from the warehouse to co-file and down.
And all those will be district clerk files.
Yes.
And the red books also, the volume books, the red books will be also all district clerks?
Yes, and I mean, some of them are probate, oil and gas stuff that used to be county clerk stuff, and now it is district clerk stuff. So yeah, all of that is currently under our purview.
And so the other thing that happened is because we did this, we have inventoried for destruction 201 poster boards from 1991 to 2015. So ridiculous. And county court exhibit boxes inventoried for destruction, 673 case files, and inventoried for destruction, again, 1991 to 2015, 974 case files. So, and then we boxed up and moved, like, I don't know, over 12,000 case files back to the warehouse from the 6th floor, and then about 1,500 sealed adoption files got moved to a sealed room. So we've been kind of tackling this from literally like 5 different angles: destroying, moving, storing, purging, everything. And then this is kind of the now the universe. And all counties, because I talk to county judges, you know, at conferences and like you guys do as well, and all counties are dealing with this. It's not unique. I mean, this is something that a lot of us talk about, but you just have to start. And that's why I think that you'll see like Bexar County, Hidalgo County, they made a start. So this is our big start. It gives us our big push, knowing that we can fund it a little bit every year with this filing fee. And my hope is that we win the grant and we fund everything we need. But we got to start, because the human capital is not working. It'll take 30 to 40 years to catch up. And that's not, we just can't, that's not progress.
I'm working right now, Judge, hopefully for next meeting, we'll have a presentation on destruction of files that would help us.
That'd be great.
I'm working right now with, we're trying to try to get this presentation done, so.
Okay, wonderful, for April 8th. Okay, so thank you guys on the phone. We're going to move on. Thank you, Lilia. Thank you, Sergio. And thank you, Ann. I know you're watching, and we can't thank you enough for, you know, just being a leader. That's what being a leader is, saying we have to do this, and we must start. So we look forward to your presentation on April 8th. Thank you. Okay. Moving on, we have item number 2 on the agenda, which is discuss and consider taking any action approving policies and/or adopting any resolutions or orders authorized by law related to county, emphasis on county employees, citizens, visitors of Nueces County regarding COVID. And
We don't have anything there, Judge, but we have some orders in your name
okay,
that you're going to be able to sign after the emergency meeting today.
okay, so we're going to address all of this, Laura, in our emergency meeting. Okay, so then the next one is probably the same as well, the non-essential travel, or, okay, so we'll address that. We've already addressed number 4 and number 5, and therefore it's time, Deputy, would you call Ms. Haas in from Halo Flight? Do you remember, Commissioners, we had this on a previous, and she had to leave, and so this is our opportunity to hear from Community Relations Director Jane Haas regarding the Air Ambulance Emergency Medical Service. And they're going to talk to us about their Business Guardian Plan. And this enables employers to reduce additional out-of-pocket expenses not covered by insurance if their employees are flown by Halo Flight during an emergency. And this is a presentation and an action item, because they're going to ask us to consider taking any appropriate action regarding our employee health benefit plan. And so we're going to have to hear from Ms. Jane. Yes, sorry, we should have warned you. We were asking you to come in, and we didn't give you a chance to sit down, but welcome.
I Appreciate the opportunity.
Sure.
Again, my name is Jane Haas, and I have the most awesome opportunity every single morning to get up and go to work for Halo Flight. It's a gift to me, and it's a gift to our community that I want to make sure you know about. If you don't know what Halo Flight is, we are a nonprofit air ambulance service, the only one in South Texas, serving South Texans since 1987. And we have a mission to provide the kind of care that people that love to live in the wide open spaces of South Texas but are remotely distanced from health care can enjoy both. So our plan is today to come to you to talk to you about our Guardian membership subscription program. This is very simply a debt reduction program, and I've put together a packet for each of you, should have it in front of you, that provides you an overview of who we are, what we do, why we do what we do, and what the Guardian plan is all about. I appreciate the support of all of you on this opportunity to present today. What we want to do, as we do with many counties, Clayburgh County, Live Oak County, McMullen County, many cities, many utility departments, is to provide an opportunity to reduce the debt out of pocket if you have your worst day and Halo Flight's called in. The plan is very simple. We enroll you in the program. We bill the insurance associated with you as a patient, and whatever the out-of-pocket is waived. Very simple. Each employee of the county, if you opt for this plan, would be covered, as well as all the people in their household. So it's not just the employee, it's their spouse, their children. My mother-in-law lives with me. She's also enrolled in the plan because she resides at my house. That's an example of what we do. We'd love to be able to provide this for the county, for you to give this as a gift to your employees, so that on that worst day, they don't get, as my boss says, their second worst day, the day they get our bill.
So explain how that works. You enroll in we would include it in our insurance benefits.
Right.
And then they would enroll, and there would be some fee associated with that.
Right.
Tell me how it gets waived, I guess.
Absolutely.
Right.
The fee is what the county would pick up for employees enrolled in the plan, which is $15 per year per employee, and that includes their families as well. Not just that employee, but their extended families that live at that address, so your spouse, your children, for example. If that employee or their dependents is involved in an accident and Halo Flight is called in, then the insurance that they carry would be billed for the medical services, and the out-of-pocket not paid would be waived by virtue of their membership. Example, let me give you an example. You're in a car accident, and 911 is calling us to the scene because you have to be transported to Houston, for example. Maybe there's a type of care that you need that's not available, unfortunately, for you in Nueces County. You're transported, we bill the medical insurance, you've got a $50,000 bill, but your insurance pays only $40,000. So you've got a $10,000 out of pocket. Your membership waives the out of pocket for you, the balance, unpaid by insurance.
Okay, so I'm trying to do the math here because I'm trying to figure out, sometimes it's too good to be true, but I mean, so I'm going, all right, so we have what, 3,000 employees?
Well, I was going to say, I did it on 2,000.
How much?
1,200.
How many do we have?
Well, it depends. We have a total of it depends what you're calling temporary, whether.
Okay, we'll say 2,000 employees, I just for sake of.
Teresa's here to help us in just a moment. No, she says, no, Barbara.
she's-
No, Barbara.
But whatever it is, let's say it's 2,000 employees or 1,200 employees or 1,500, it's times 15, then that would be the case. So if it's 2,000, the county's going to pay $30,000 a year if it's 2,000. If it's not, it's going to be less. I'm not trying to screw up
right.
anybody's numbers. I don't know
The
what the exact
example,
numbers. And so then by paying that's basically our insurance, I guess, for paying you that fee to then
Waive.
protect, because, and it may not ever happen, hopefully.
Right.
We don't ever get anybody and you make 30,000, or we get 10 in a year and you have to waive $100,000. So it's an insurance policy per se,
Quote,
and y'all
unquote,
have done your actuarials and figured out how, okay. That makes sense.
Could we get from Julie, though, our accurate, just so that we could have our accurate head count, that would help?
Can I ask you why they're waiting to get that?
Sure.
How often, what's the percentage of how often you have it where they're halo flighted to another city like San Antonio or Houston out of here?
60% of the flights that we do every single day are interfacility transfers. You're in a facility that cannot provide the care that you need, whether it's a small rural hospital or you're a Driscoll patient and you need to go from one Driscoll facility to another. 40% are scene flights. So the amount of interfacility transfers, like I said, is the majority of our business. You're at Spawn Clayburgh, for example. They don't have the cardiovascular program that you need to go to Shoreline. Or you're a burn patient. There's not a burn unit in South Texas. So you're going to go to San Antonio. We don't stop at the hospitals on the way and in between because we know the kind of care that you need. Our medical directors have overseen that for us, and our nursing personnel know that. So we know we're going straight to San Antonio, the closest burn unit.
So what's an average of what y'all do per month on flights, just flights?
3 to 5 a day, every single day.
Really?
3 to 5 a day, every single day. 1,309 in 2019. Actual patient flights.
Julie texted me 2,000.
Yeah, I got the same text. I did it right on the 2. 2,000 is correct.
I live near Driscoll Children's Hospital.
Yes, sir.
Many times we see Halo Flight coming in and coming out. And as you mentioned, I had a family member whose son was in an accident out in the western part of the county. And they talk about the worst day, and then they also talked about the second worst.
Right. And that's what this would help take care of.
And that's why I think that, obviously we've made a real push to help support our employees and add more benefits and really incentivize being here. We know they're here because they love doing the work, but anything that we can add extra to it, I think, goes a long way in just keeping that peace of mind, right? Just like health insurance, it's a peace of mind. Many people may not use it, but when you do need it, it's great to have it. And so something like this, I think, it would be a great gift to them to hopefully pray never that happens, but if or when it does, that you have that you know that you're not going to have to deal with all the extra beyond the healing of you or your family member.
It is that relief of that second burden that comes when the bill arrives. Absolutely.
And I'll take it one step further, John. You make great points. If you came to me and said, hey, would the county donate $30,000 a year to help make sure Halo Flight existed, it would be worth the investment. I think this is absolutely a great program. I am so phenomenally grateful that y'all are in this community and that you serve this community. Unfortunately, we all probably have a story. I do too, and I can't even talk about it because you get too emotional about people we know that have used this. I think this is a wonderful idea. I don't know how we do it. I don't know, when we need to do it, and if we wait for budget cycle, I don't know. But I truly, this is something I think would be a wonderful, not just a gift to our employees, but to help support this program in this community, because whatever we can do to help sustain Halo Flight and continue it in this community, and if this is something we can do to give both our employees a great gift, as John said, and continue to make sure Halo Flight exists in this community, I think that's a very worthwhile investment. So I appreciate what you do, and I appreciate that you enjoy what you do, and I know it's a very special group, so thank you for being here.
I appreciate you responding when I called you, said, we need you to do a presentation.
Absolutely.
I've been out there several times at Halo Flight, of course, you know that,
Yes, sir.
anytime you got coffee and refreshments, I'm there, right?
Yes, sir.
So, but anyway, I know you had a call in west of George West too, one time, and y'all Halo Flight that person to Corpus, and then, his story was a good story.
Yeah.
Because after that, they didn't have to pay the bill either, so.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank everything that Halo Flight does, and I think for our employees, families of employees, we can't beat it. I mean, it's something that's an investment we have to make in our county. And so, the judge just said, want to go, being a leader is having to say, we need to do this. So I'm saying we have to do this.
Can I ask?
So is this just for employees here that have insurance? Because some people don't have insurance here, they have it on their husband's plan.
Right. Whatever insurance they carry, the patient carries is what we'll bill.
So it would cover all employees whether they are covered here or not.
Correct. Absolutely.
And the public listens to this as well. Do y'all have these plans for just the public?
Absolutely. You can go to our website right now and buy a plan 24/7.
that's good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
and that was Carolyn's question was,
That's a great.
Yes.
Carolyn's question was mine. I don't do the county's health insurance, so would I and people like me be able to get on this? Even
Absolutely.
though I'm not on the county's health insurance?
Isn't that great?
So if I was at my ranch and I called you, you'd come get me?
If you were at your ranch, what we want you to do is have a ranch plan where we would preload the coordinates of this landing zone where we want to land for you, prearrange all of that in advance of a crisis.
I have a strip.
Yeah. That's a little different plan. We have three types: individual, where you can go on the website, business, which is what I'm talking to you about, and ranch. Each has a unique flavor. And we don't do ranch plans on the website. We don't do business plans on the website because there's too many moving parts. We don't want to get anything wrong.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that employees here that are not covered by insurance would be covered by it.
If they have no insurance product at all, we offer those folks a 50% discount.
Okay.
And the other variable that I want to make sure you know, because many of you are travelers, is this is a reciprocal agreement that Dallas CareFlight also honors. They are the only other nonprofit air ambulance company in the state of Texas, besides the hospital-based ones. We are freestanding. We have a volunteer board of directors. So Dallas CareFlight and Halo Flight share the same kind of Guardian Plan benefits. So if you're in the Dallas area and you get flown by Dallas CareFlight, you know you'll get the same package.
So what happens, you said something that triggered something, so the hospitals have their own?
Well, Memorial Hermann, for example,
Oh,
the gentleman,
not here.
Dr. Red, that started this whole thing.
Not here.
Not here,
Okay,
no.
so you're the only ones.
We're the only air ambulance service in South
Judge,
Texas.
I move that we do this, and I don't know how we figure out the numbers.
I think we pay for it out of our health benefit plan.
Correct.
I think this is
Correct?
a no-brainer in my mind.
However you choose.
I think this is
I'm
She was
asking
pointing
the
to
auditor.
The plan that's, it would be interesting to at least inquire. We can do it either way, but there is a plan that we have our rebate money from. I would suggest that you look at that plan because that's a direct way that you can say to employees, we're giving you something back because you're using our CVS, right? You're using our method of rebate, right? And as a result, we have X amount of dollars there, and we can use that as a funding source rather than tap into the actual premiums,
Right now.
right?
That's correct.
I think that's a good idea. Pays to study that budget numbers.
Absolutely.
I don't know where the pockets have a little heavier change. I think it's a really good idea. Okay, I thought I heard, Madam Clerk, the motion and the second. And all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Post same sign. And keep working our cog. You know, I would like, the way this really helps, what I think we've done today is not just something great for our employees, but great for Halo Flight in that we hope you'll use this as a way to go garner support for other counties in our Council of Governments. Because when you get 11 or 12 counties to say yes to that same thing, then you really do protect the integrity of Halo Flight's existence.
Yes.
So please let it,
So Judge, I just think it's real important. So what this will do is when it goes into effect, and I'm not trying to, but I mean, you know how much I hate to spend money, but this is a great expenditure of taxpayer dollars, and it's a very good way to help Halo Flight and protect. But what I understand is every employee, we will just say, if we have 2,000 employees, we're going to pay you $15 a year for those 2,000 employees, and every single employee, whether they're on insurance or not in this county, will reap this benefit and hopefully never have to use this benefit, but will have this for them and their family members.
that's right.
Enrolled in the program, yes. Not family members that live out of town, but
Sure,
those that
sure,
live
sure,
under their rooftop.
Under our rooftop. And so then, is there some sort of form that everybody will have to fill out to say, here's who's under my rooftop? Or how does that work?
There is in your packet, I did include an application, which we think is cumbersome for 2,000 people to have to fill out. I've also included an distribution report, like an Excel output report, where I can work with your HR department, and we can just download all the employees into a file, and we'll have them on record, and you don't have to go through all that labor-intensive
And then
process.
let's say it
filling out.
happens, I'm sorry,
Yes.
and then let's say it happens, and then they get the bill. How do we educate them for them to know, hey, wait, don't pay that bill, don't sweat it. We submit it, y'all will do some onboarding or training
Absolutely.
so that the employees know that it's there. Because, it's a great benefit, but if no one even remembers it or knows
How
about
it
it, and you're
works.
in a traumatic situation, you may forget, and you get that bill, and freak out, I guess, bad word, but whatever. That's how we're all doing right now. So, is there a way that,
Absolutely. In the packet also, I have frequently asked questions, and it does explain it. Each person also in your packet is going to get a membership card that says
Awesome.
you're a
That's-
member.
there you go.
And if you're flown, we are not the billing company. We use the same billing company that the fire department uses and all 911 first responders use in South Texas. So because of HIPAA, I don't know that you've been flown. The medical side doesn't tell the admin side that you've been flown. We give them this card, and it says, if you're flown, as soon as you or somebody in your family is able, call us. We flag you with the billing company Mr. Chesney is a member of our Guardian Plan. You may receive a bill, but you'll know at the end of the day, it's that you're flagged as a Guardian member. Yeah.
Well, you know what, in the times we're in right now, and we're not getting a lot of good news, this is great news. So thank you very much for making this dreary day a little brighter.
Well, we love what we do, and we love protecting South Texans. Thank you
Thank
for
you
your
very
support of
much.
us.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Jay, one more question.
Yes, sir.
Just to make clear again, the non-insured will still be insured, but they would pay 50%?
Yes, sir. If you have no insurance product at all as a patient on a Halo Flight transport, we will still provide you a 50% discount on the fee. So if the bill, again, that $50,000 bill is now $25,000.
Okay, non-insured, okay.
That's still a heck of a deal.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, and thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here. I really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Jane. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. I'm going to proceed on to reminding everyone that number 7 was tabled earlier, and we'll move to number 8, which is, I don't know if there's anybody in particular from any of the departments to come and talk about this, but I can certainly talk about it, and so can Commissioner Chesney. But if Juan was going to come, this would be a good time to call him. This is discuss and consider the I.B. McGee multipurpose building repairs and construction in the 2019 capital improvement program and adopt a resolution authorizing reimbursement of the CIP with any insurance proceeds. I will note for the record, it does say FEMA and was posted as such, but since posting, we've discovered there are no FEMA proceeds coming, any additional FEMA proceeds coming, so you can, it would, oh, here he is, here's Scott. There's only insurance proceeds that are possible. So just to be clear, Commissioners, what the purpose of this agenda item is to say, hooray, we are done with design, we are done with ADA, as I say, look over. In other words, our independent licensed architect has worked with our designer, our engineering designer. This was a Hurricane Harvey affected building. It's a very important building to us and to the people of Port Aransas and to all the tourists that come. And we value the work that Coastal Parks does, but they can do their work better if they have their park building open. And so after much awaited anticipation, we are ready to proceed to construction. We just have to get the bids. And in order to do that, it's important that all of you know that we're ready. So Scott, you're going to tell us that we're ready and that our ILA, our independent licensed architect, has looked over from an ADA. So it's a new and improved building from both fire suppression and accessibility. And then the purpose of really going out for a CO was to do this work. And I pray that we have our day in court and that we do get our dollars back that I believe are rightfully owed to us, but we have dollars to go out for construction, and I understand that you're about to tell me that we're ready to do it.
Yes, ma'am. So the engineers, LAN, have estimated about $1.3 million to recover the building. To manage those expectations, that building is set for 2.5 years. I know that we're going to find unknown conditions in that building, so that number is probably going to go up once we start tearing out walls and stuff. And we find, I got the building conditioned right after the hurricane to prevent mold from taking place in there. But you know, we need that 1.3 million is not going to be enough. You know, I'm just going to tell you that. And then we've also, in the interim, as soon as we get done with the RV park, the commissioner is wanting to get that park open as soon as possible so we can get a revenue stream coming back into the county, because that park produces quite a bit of revenue. And so we're going to have to set up a temporary office building that we can operate out of, much like the constable did in Precinct 4. And that's going to run about $26,000 for a year. That's set up, turnkey, ADA accessible. And so we worked with Carol Pruitt. We brought him in. He went through the building. And so when we're done, that building and its accessibility will be completely accessible. It'll be checked off and meet all the DOJ standards. Once we're done with the RV park, it'll completely meet all the DOJ standards, so you can mark that one off your list. So that's where we're kind of at right now. You're going to have to build some contingency in with recovering this building. And I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, Judge.
Well, that's why I think it's important to go out for bid. You know, it's time to recover. You know, there's, just like Ecclesiastes says, there's a season for all things. This is our season to recover from Hurricane Harvey. You know, as we find ourselves in another storm, it's time. And I really want to say that I appreciate the work. I know it's hard when you're having to be patient with your independent licensed architect, but I do appreciate his work because I want to make certain that everything we touch, whether it's remodeling or brand new, is wonderfully ADA accessible. So this is going to be a better building than ever, and it's going to be a beautiful building for the beach as well.
Oh, it's architecturally, it's a really
It is.
building.
So what else do you need to do as far as, I'm thinking it's a two-step process. It's a resolution authorizing reimbursement if and when. You know, in other words, Tyner, what we're looking for is we want to be able to go out to RFP here to get construction bids. And we also want to make sure the court knows that if we get our insurance, even though we have money to pay for it, we want to make sure that we can pay ourselves back. And so I'm going to ask for guidance from you, Laura, if you want two motions or if you just want that acknowledged on the record that, you know, that we want to get reimbursed.
Well, and that's what I think the court needs to understand too. This building was insured. We haven't been paid anywhere near what we should have been paid, and that's why we're suing our insurance carrier or going after them for not only this building, but many others throughout the county. We've sat, we've waited, we've tried to hope, but we've been over 2.5 years, and that building's deteriorating more and more the more it sits there if we don't get it going. And so this was the only plan we could come up with at this point, because I don't believe, and probably a good time at some point to have our lawyers come in and update us on that lawsuit as well, because I'm kind of curious as to where all that is, because we're suing them for, you know, millions and millions of dollars that we think we've been shorted by our insurance company, and this is one of those projects that we've been shorted on, and it's ridiculous, but I don't know what else to do at this point.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a question. A lot of people aren't familiar with this building, and you say it's multi-purpose?
Yes, ma'am.
So what's it?
So the park headquarters office is there. The
Okay.
commissioner has an office in that building to serve that community in Port Aransas. It has showers and restroom facilities that are conditioned space, air conditioned, because prior to the hurricane, there were no direct sewer hookups for the park. So when they built this building in 2006, they built it to support the whole RV park, the 76 sites that we had there. And it has a foyer, it has a laundromat in it, you know, washer and dryers for people staying with us, because before the hurricane, the occupancy rate of that park was 92% annually. That's huge. And so we've lost a tremendous amount of revenue by that park being down since the hurricane. And so you have a winter Texan population that uses that in the winter. So basically you go from, and that's why this building is so strategic. It's an information hub. It's a first aid hub. It's a huge hub in that community. And so what happens is that you go from basically May to September is your summer audience. Then you have a down month of September. Then October to April is your winter Texan audience.
Okay.
And they come and they stay month. We do month to month in the winter for the winter Texans. We do only 2 week max during the summer because there's such volume. High occupancy for it. So
Commissioner, it also has a big observation deck on the top that people use to go out and enjoy the facilities and so forth and so on.
I don't have a problem with this. I think we need to do it. There's no doubt. Thank
I'll
you.
tell you what, Port Aransas needs it.
Yep.
And they really, I know, are frustrated. And I'm right there with them. Every time I get an email, I say, amen. I hear you. I'm right with you. But because it says, you know, by order of the county judge, it's closed. And I tell them, I want to keep letting you know where we are. And that's why this is important, despite everything we're dealing with right now. I want people to know this county is still open for business. We are still moving. Architects, engineers, construction guys can still keep doing their work, you know, remotely, and keep our economy moving in Nueces County. And this is a great example. We shouldn't wait. We should go out. We have the money sitting in the bank, but it's just important to do it right. So you'll see it's spec'd in a way where we can, receive insurance proceeds and pay ourselves back if that good day happens.
So Judge, I guess from the auditor standpoint, and purchasing, Michael's gonna need to know what department code we're gonna use.
Correct. And that's why I have Teresa standing in the back, because she understands codes, and the code is, it's called CO 2019. It actually has a number, but Michael knows that number.
So I'm assuming that not only the recovery of the building, but the temporary office space that we're gonna have to use.
That's correct.
Okay, all right.
That's
'Cause we're-
correct.
We're ready to go. We've already found a buy board provider for the office space. We're ready to, as soon as today's over with, we're ready to get it in there. We're ready to get all that set up, contents and everything, so we can get this thing open for
Good.
business.
And we love buy board because we know that the state of Texas has vetted it and Laura likes those contracts. But I would like to, work with you guys after this meeting just to see it. I trust you. I just want to make sure that I'm fully informed, so I'll take a look at that with you. And I guess the other thing is I need a motion.
So moved.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
How about the reimbursement provision? You meant that included in there,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
I would just,
So
yes.
Kara, if you
Do
wouldn't
that in
mind,
one motion.
that has to be really important. Let's document that. Okay. Exciting. Michael, hate to put you on the spot, but do you mind coming forward? How long will it take you, Michael, to get an RFP for this, for construction?
Okay, so on this one, we're not doing an RFP, we're gonna use the buy board.
We'll use the buy board. Never mind.
So this is
Okay,
gonna-
sorry.
This is gonna
Okay.
really streamline, so instead of having.
So you're really going to streamline it?
We're gonna be a lot shorter and we can get.
Okay, okay.
Do we have, Juan involved in this as far as,
Juan,
is he involved in this as far as making sure
it's really important to use the mic because remember, we're trying to tell everybody.
making sure you,
Judge, Commissioners, good morning.
you're involved with it, making sure it's all DA compliant and
Yes, sir.
The ILA, you looked at the design.
Yes, we looked at the plans, we submitted them to Carl Pruitt, and he's reviewed them.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, gentlemen. I think that's it for you guys, okay? All right, all those in favor, did we do that already? Signify, we did. We signified by saying aye? Aye, okay. I don't know if I remembered saying aye. Aye twice. Okay, the next one is the one that Tyner referenced earlier, that Johnny Hip we're gonna ask Johnny to come in, just to keep you guys informed as to what it is that we're working on and doing. Hi, Johnny.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners.
Good morning, Johnny.
Y'all have a great example of how to do business in this environment. I just want to congratulate you all for thinking.
I really appreciate that, Johnny. Thank you.
you'd be here, so. you
What
can
he's
see it.
referring to is our social distance modeling. What the audience can't see is that we're escorting through the use of deputies and really making sure we practice what we preach. Thank you. I'm sorry, Johnny. Basically, we're discussing and considering the personal services contract with Thomas Graham relating to the assessment of communications with regards to, and there's a lot of great words here, like public education, engagement, identifying and implementing steps, addressing public education, public health care issues, available services, mental health issues, opioid addiction issues, COVID-19 issues, and other health concerns with Nueces County. So the issue really is that we started off talking about this, I guess, several months ago. We have had a hospital district meeting, and you're here to tell us a little bit about this contract that we're going to have a part in, but the hospital district's going to pay for.
Good morning again, Commissioners. The contract, this contract is a natural outgrowth, in my opinion, of the work that's been done already in the community.
Right.
There is a lot of, there are many services and other things that have been done in terms of the opioid task force, in addition to their committees generating and identifying sources in the community for folks to, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I have two
Yeah.
Jolly Ranchers in my mouth, and they're
Be
not.
careful.
But yeah.
Can we get Johnny some water, too?
Excuse me, Judge, I have some here.
Okay. But basically, you were saying, just to reiterate, that this is a natural extension of what we've been working on at the opioid task force and trying to get our communication piece up and running for the district
That's
and for
correct.
ourselves.
Correct, Judge. And there's a lot of work going on via the committees, the opioid task force. There's also things that are emerging with the coronavirus. So when you kind of get to this point, what you need to do is to be able to get this information into the public's eye. And there's a way that that can be done quickly and efficiently in a way that's not alarming and that communicates information to the public. So essentially, this contract with Thomas Graham, and Thomas is the president of Crosswinds. We're not doing the work with Crosswinds, but to Thomas personally. But essentially, this is a work by a public relations professional to get this information into the public domain. In terms of the opioid task force, I mean, it could be a website, it could be many other things. Social media, there's all kinds of vehicles nowadays to get sources and information and developments out into the public's eye. And I think this has sort of been driven home by the coronavirus and things that we've had to quickly get into the public's eye, but you need to have them in the public's eye in a way that they're not alarming, that they're helpful, that they provide guidance, they provide essential information, and they're handled in sort of a gradual, logical steps so that people just don't say, hey, one day you can't go to work, or whatever the message happened to be at that point in time. So what this agreement does, it's paid for by the hospital district. We expect if the coronavirus piece stays in here, it'll be about $140,000 maximum. The agreement goes through October 31st, and we'll see what needs to be done at that point. But essentially, from the hospital district's perspective, we see this as a natural progression of what's been done already in the community, that's going to be done, that's being done. And essentially, it's a step that's needed to start to get this information into the public domain. It could be, as I mentioned, could be via websites, it could be via social media, it could be a print media. There's all kinds of things, but the public relations people and who do this media kind of work are the ones who are trained in getting this stuff into the public way and into the public eye in a way that they can understand and make use of,
Right.
et cetera.
And I hope that we can simultaneously still keep on the opioid communications piece, although I know the coronavirus is definitely taking center stage. I want them to, and I think they will, they'll continue to work on the communications plan that was developed by the task force to keep on, task with the opioid, because that vulnerable population is also very, very at high risk.
Judge, that's correct. I mean, when we sit in these meetings, there's an enormous amount of information out there about helping people deal with the opioid epidemic. You really don't realize it until you go and sit and listen to a report from all the providers who are involved in this. And what's lacking is the ability to pull all that stuff together and get it out to the public. And that's
Right.
essentially what this contract is designed to do.
Okay, well, we're excited. I've had the opportunity to go to your meetings and discuss it with your board, and, I know they've actually already been working, like I said. This is really more of the formality piece of it, but it's exciting because it doesn't do us any good to talk. We have to actually teach and get that message out there. So I am disappointed because we were excited about a big May event that I don't think is going to happen, but it's okay. We will postpone, and we will get hopefully Dr. Singh to come back and, help us at a later date.
Well, we're in new times right now, Judge.
We are. Okay, so this is discuss and consider, so you need us to make a motion then, Lauda, to are we ratifying the contract that Johnny will be signing?
Moved.
Okay, so moved, and then do I need a second? I do need a second. May I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion and a second, and all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. Okay, great, thanks, and I'll be in touch with you. Thank you for all your work. I just want to say thanks to the hospital district. We have a very strong city-county health department. All I've done the last 30, 40 days is work with the city-county health department, and I recognize the decisions we made last year to strengthen some of the programs that we did over there are paying huge dividends, like Dr. Dante, like Dr. Wilmot. Look, no one has a crystal ball, but if anybody was really paying attention, you might think we did, because everything we've done, literally, is all come into play in the last 30, 40, 45 days to our advantage. And we couldn't have done any of that without the hospital district. It's a great partnership. I hope that we fill that role for you too in some way.
Judge, we're glad to participate in funding the health district. It's one of those areas where they sit out there and they do their food inspections and their surveillance, and they're kind of out of sight, out of mind, but they do very purposeful and important work. And when you have these kind of public health emergencies, they're the ones you turn to, and I'm glad that they're there and ready to go.
Wow.
And We got the folks in place in the right places to do the right things.
I know, you're being very humble. I'm telling you, we wouldn't be right here in the position if we did not have that hospital district. And so I don't know about you, but I'm smiling a lot more about my 11 cents per $100, value. It's huge. And I just want to say thank you. Not everybody has a hospital district, and not everybody has a health authority. And I promise you, if you'd been on the phone with some of my rural judges, friends, you'd be very, very thankful today. So, Johnny, would you tell your whole staff, we really commend them, and to practice social distancing? Thank you. Okay. All right, let's move on to the forfeiture. Thanks for waiting, DA and First Assistant DA Angelica Hernandez are here, and they're here to discuss and consider the transfer of funds within Department 1328. This is coming out of Chapter 59's the forfeiture funds, and I understand that it would actually help the DA's office with some very vital personnel. Absolutely. Do you know, I love it because you're the only one that says it, and I know exactly why you say it, and so thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Judge and Commissioners. This is going to be, a joint effort for us to try to get through this because she knows some of the things that I don't know, or a lot of the things that I don't know. And so we come before you today, though. I'll break it down pretty simple. We have these forfeiture funds that our agent, Mr. Tamez, has secured through interdiction. And I could tell you that even with the coronavirus, that Agent Tamez will still be out there and securing funds going south to Mexico, and obviously drugs and anything else going north. With that being said, because of his success, we've had an excess or a surplus of funds, and we would like to use those funds, which we are allowed to by law, to supplement some of our employees' incomes or salaries, and those would be specifically for law enforcement. We have, 3 investigators, which we are trying to supplement. The medium for investigators, not for in any other DA's office throughout Texas, is about $55,000. That's what investigators in offices like ours are making per year. Ours are currently at $40,000. And so what we are asking the courts to do is allow us to use the funds that we have secured, which will not come out of anything from county monies or anything like that, to supplement them up to from $40,809 to $50,809. And anything else you'd like to add, Angelica?
We properly vetted this, Judge and Commissioners, with the Auditor's Office. There will be zero fiscal impact to your budget. 59 makes this a permissible use of these funds. Other counties utilize these funds to supplement salaries. We're asking to fall in line and do that. We do need your approval. It would be a transfer from within 1328 from these contingency, the contingency funds, which currently have about 191,000. We would like to move 40,000 into the salary supplement line. It's basically putting our drug funds to use. I mean, it's basically having crime pay for salary supplements that you can't do right now. Not that you don't want to, not that you don't wish you could, but we can do it now, and we'd like to do it. Most of these investigators work off-duty jobs. Some of them have 2 and 3 off-duty jobs. They leave from us. They go to hospitals. They work security. They are licensed peace officers. Each of them has a commission. Many of them do interdiction work, and they work Border Star if they can do that to get extra income. These are very hardworking individuals that are on the front line helping us fight crime. Not only do they serve subpoenas, they help us acquire witnesses. They travel out of the area to do that.
So move.
Wait.
Thank
Do we have
you,
backup on this? Do we have any backup?
What do you mean?
Just any supplemental.
And
There was an attachment.
if I can add also, there are only certain rules that where we can use this money for. We can't just willy-nilly, say, hey, we want to use Chapter 59 for certain things, but law enforcement and salaries such as this is actually afforded to by law. We also know that, let's say our agent just starts to not produce. Well, then these individuals who have gotten this amount of increase will not receive it anymore. So it's kind of like, hey, if we are able to provide, then we shall provide. But if we can't, then it's going, You know, it's not gonna be there. The auditors is not gonna supplement it just because you guys passed it. It's going to be based on whether the funds are
Allow
coming
it.
from us.
Okay, so I got to ask the question. I don't have any backup, which I really don't like not having backup. And I may have missed it, may have been here and I
It's
didn't
on
see
the
it.
screen now.
Okay, so I'm getting confused because she went real fast. I will tell you, the last time we did something with one of you, and I don't know if this is the same thing because I haven't seen anything, and again, I may have missed it, maybe me, I'm not being critical, was the last time we did something where we ended up paying one of your interdiction guys more money. I caught all kinds of crap from the sheriff's office, not the sheriff, but from the officer association saying, hey, you're paying this guy more than you're paying us. And I said, man, I missed that, my bad. So I got to make sure I don't miss this again. So can I just see this before we're?
Not part of collective bargaining.
No, I get it, but it was still paying someone, like, if I remember correctly, it was the investigator, not the investigator,
It was our interdiction officer.
super good guy. And I got calls saying, okay, you're now approving to pay someone more than our captains get paid in the Sheriff's Officer Association, and that's not fair. And I said, you know what, my bad. Nobody talked to me about it before. And so I don't miss this again. And I don't know it's the same thing, but again, I don't have the backup, and I don't want to rush through this, even though you have these special revenue funds, because it's still a matter of, you know, like what happens, I think what you're saying is, if you don't have these funds anymore, then it goes away.
Right.
Okay, and I think that's kind of what the deal was with that interdiction person too. There was some grant with it, but I still caught grief. They weren't mad at you, they weren't mad at, they were just like, hey, look, is that fair that a captain in the sheriff's office is making less than an investigator and an interdiction officer? So,
And if I can address that, number one, our agent Tamez is actually probably brought in and created revenue for almost maybe $1 million. And so for the county and our forfeiture fund. And so if someone says that why are we paying him more, we probably should pay him a lot more. And I can promise you we catch flack every single day, and especially from our own 3 investigators. If you look across the board and what other agencies are actually paying, we're $10,000 less than any other agency. And so I only tell you that because these investigators are completely different than anyone in the sheriff's office or PD or even our other partners such as Texas Rangers or troopers. We're comparing apples to apples here. And trust me, I understand the criticism, but I'm here to let you know that the numbers will speak that across the state, the people that are doing work here in our county, we're telling them that they are not worth $55,000.
Well, the other thing you need to understand is that across the nation, we have had numerous law enforcement agencies from other states, Illinois, California. They are coming down to Nueces County specifically to train with Mike Tamez because he is the leading interdiction officer in the nation. And so.
and again, I'm just telling, I'm not trying, you don't have to justify Mike. I mean, I think he's great. I think he's a great job. I'm just telling you what I heard. I don't want to, I feel like we're rushing right now because you've got an 11 o'clock meeting. And so I don't want to run through this. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I'd like to hear from the sheriff. I mean, I don't want to rush through this, and it's 10 after 11, and we have an emergency meeting at 11.
Hold on one second. Yeah, hang on one second. Let me ask, would you mind, Commissioner Gonzalez was waiting.
No,
to-
no,
if I let him
absolutely.
go first?
No, go ahead,
Okay.
Commissioner.
No, go ahead, because we're probably going to say the same thing, so go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
This, we have to look at, we're not rushing anything here. I mean, these guys do a different role of investigation. They're out there looking for this stuff. They're out there on the streets. This is to put their lives on the lives on the line, because they're dealing with the hardcore police. Believe me, police officers are great. I love police officers because I was a police officer once. They're on the streets all the time, but these guys are actually on the bottom, on the top of the line, looking at what can they do, how can they stop drugs going and coming. This is really their role of being out there, and being in the middle of everything that is going from south to north and north to south or whatever. So, I mean, if you got the money, I mean, it's just your money. I mean, we always ask the question, if you have the money, we'll go for it. Why are we asking now? But, the thing is, I mean, I think it's worth that money that you're asking for. So, I don't know, Commissioner, I'm sorry. We'll give it to you.
Commissioner Modis?
I feel the same way. I mean, I don't feel it's a rush. I wish that Sheriff's Officers Association would reach out to everyone and let them know that that was the message, but I think this is not apples to apples. This is this is apples and oranges, right? We want apples to apples. And so for me, you're just asking for what you've already earned, right? We talk a lot of times up here and in other governmental entities about wanting government to be able to pay for itself. And in essence, that's what we're asking here, is to be able to supplement because you're paying for yourself. And so to me, it's a zero cost to us by doing this. This money is available now. I'll tell you though, if y'all come and ask to keep this going, if there's no more money left, I'm going to tell you, I mean, I love the work y'all are doing, but I'm not going to support that. And so I think that we have the money. We need to do it to keep our investigators. I know that there's issues of parity, but they obviously didn't get any pay increase when we just boosted the collective bargaining agreement. So this is not comparing the same thing.
And they have been told that this is only contingent on the fact that we can fund it, not the county. And I would like the commissioners and the judge to know, if you call Driscoll PD, the money that Mike Damez pulled over, we were able to supply them $10,000 from our forfeiture fund so they can have body cams. That's the kind of money and dollars that are going into police equipment to keep our community safe. And all we're asking is that they get paid accordingly. They'll still be under the median, and this is money that our agent has secured. And so I just want you guys to know that completely.
Okay, but can I just finish my thought that I was trying to finish a while ago? But go ahead, it's okay. No, go ahead.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do it.
I'll come right back to you.
I would just say this to you. You know, you said that they're not getting what they're worth, and I would just, in defense of the sheriff's department, the police department, none of them are getting what they're worth. And I think that when they go out, I know they're on the front line. They may be in the bottom down there in the weeds. All of them are. Every one of them are. None of them get enough credit. But if this is your money, and that's what y'all can use it for, this court had, and I don't ever begrudge anybody getting any kind of raise, because I don't think they make enough.
Commissioner.
Okay, and so let me make it clear, no one reached out to me on this issue because, quite frankly, if you read the agenda item, it says discuss and consider the transfer of funds within the department. I don't have a backup to this. Maybe I missed it, but there's no way, I didn't even know what this exactly was until right now. So no one has reached out to me, but it's not just about, there was a feeling that, right or wrong, that the DA is trying to create its own kind of internal, and you've heard this. You and I talked about it a year ago or 2 years ago when it happened, that they're trying to create their own investigative law enforcement branch in the DA's office, and it has caused some problems between law enforcement and the DA's office, and I think that's there. And so it's not, I disagree in saying just because you have the money, you get to spend it the way you want to. I don't agree that that's what we say up here in any instance. I think our job is to look at any instance, whether we have it or not, to say so. So no one has reached out to me. Yeah, really, John. So no one has reached out to me. Pardon?
Go ahead.
No one has reached out to me and said, I'm just saying this was an issue before. I would love for the Police Officer Association to come forward and do this. So what I was responding to was what Commissioner Gonzalez said when he said, hey, listen, if we have the money to go for it. I don't think that's exactly what this is, because I think it's great that you do this, but I think we all also ought to hear from the Sheriff's Officer Association and the sheriff and people like that to see it. So, and I'm just expressing an opinion.
Got a motion.
But you're twisting this. So look.
How am I twisting it?
This is their money.
It's not their money.
This is the only purpose for this money. Am I right?
There are only certain rules that we can use this money. We can't say it's our money and do anything we want to do with it.
But you can do other things besides this.
Did the Texas Attorney General vet this?
It's been vetted. A lot of other.
I don't think it's improper.
With the Attorney General's office, they already have established opinions out there. This is a permissible use. We made contact with the other county attorneys, for example, District Attorney Carlos Garcia up in Jim Wells County, he does this on a regular basis.
I know it's permissible. I think it's completely permissible. I'm not arguing that, John. If I don't want you to misinterpret something that I've said, so ask me what it is that you think I've twisted. Because
I don't have to ask you anything.
I know, I'm trying not to get in a fight with you, John.
That this is not have backup. If you just read what's on the screen, it's on there. It explains it. The Texas Attorney General has vetted it. And how many times have we had coastal parks come here with nothing to back it up? And you're saying that
And
you
y'all made me
expect
back
to
it
have
up.
back
John,
This is right.
oh my gosh, John, you're starting to fight for no reason. I'm
Okay.
just trying to
How you
say
trying to
that
say
people
an
have
election
had.
here that I don't like.
Okay, let me ask,
I don't think there's anything impermissible. Let me
I wanna make sure your
Wait, Judge, hold on,
presentation
because
is
that's a
done.
good point. I don't want anybody to think this is election year. I do not think this is impermissible. I think the DA's done a great job. I think his office has done a great job. I just am raising issue that was raised before on this. I am not trying to make, I think this is very permissible. I think this is very appropriate. I'm just trying to say there are people that have concerns, and please forgive me if if I have made this in any way, shape, or form
We
look
just
like.
all need to quit being defensive and just look at the facts,
Oh, I'm
and
trying
not
to
get
do.
excited. This is
okay,
ridiculous.
hold on, I think,
Got 'em all.
as I say, point noted, let's make sure your presentation is complete, and then we'll go to the protocols. If you wouldn't mind, just because we're on video, it's hard to hear.
Respectfully, the sheriff is here, and I think the sheriff would verify that we work very closely with his office. The sheriff and I talk on the cell phone on a regular basis with any issues that come up with our office. We have an excellent relationship with the Corpus Christi Police Department. We talk on the cell phone with all of their brass on a regular basis. We are working with all the other law enforcement agencies. And if we had the opportunity to get up and be vocal and ask that each of their officers receive raises, we would do it 100%. But to turn our agenda item into there's problems between the DA's office and other law enforcement agencies is very unfair, because he's standing here and we work well with him in jail population control on a daily basis. We work well with him on issues on the street. His officers have engaged in interdiction with Mike Temez. They've benefited financially from the relationship. And we work well with all the other law enforcement agencies. So I don't know why this agenda item has taken on a life of us against them, but I can promise you that Vicky Puente, one of our investigators that we seek a raise for, was over at the Sheriff's Department with Detective Dana Richardson and TK Rivas, showing them how to do Facebook warrants, sharing documents, making sure they know, because we have cases where we can share that intel and information. We are constantly working with their line officers, and so I trust with all my heart, and perhaps my faith is misplaced, that if Sheriff Hooper had an issue or a question, he knows that our door is open, our cell phones are available, and he would come vet that with us directly. And like I said, I have a great deal of respect for Sheriff Hooper, the work that he's doing, and his officers. And so I would ask that this agenda item be kept to what it is and not used to try to divide the DA's office from law enforcement agencies that we support 100%.
I'm not trying to cut you off. I think we need to do the vote.
Okay, so I think we've had, as I say, good discussion, and just to recap, I think it's important, just so that you know, that I think it's been made abundantly clear that these forfeiture funds are on a as-available basis, and you agree.
Yes, and we have a meeting. We discuss this, and we say, well, you have the funds available. Once funds are gone, the supplemental pay is gone.
Right. And the other thing is that the funds that are available do not deplete the account at all. It's in fact, I think it has $190,000 in it, and we would be taking approximately 40.
Well, the entire fund has almost 400,000.
Okay.
That line item is one.
Right, that's correct, forgive me, that's right, so 190. Okay, so with that, I think I heard a motion, and I'll entertain one at this time for the passage of this forfeiture funds to be placed with the three, as supplemental pay for those three interdiction investigators. And I'll just need a second at this time.
Second, I'd like to wait for Commissioner Chesney to come back.
Okay?
And next time, maybe you did, but I didn't get the itemized thing either, so for some reason, we didn't have it.
Listed as an attachment, and I received it from Teresa McLemore this
Yeah, we didn't get it.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
It was part of your package.
Next time.
Okay, so anyway, thank you all very much, and I guess we'll just take a no vote there. So all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Post same sign. If the clerk would just note, it's 4, with 1 absence. Okay? All right, thank you so much.
Amy, be excused.
Yes, you may be excused, and I want to say thank you for working so well this week with everybody at the Board of Judges. Thank you, really appreciate it.
Good work, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, and now for the acceptance on number 11 for record purposes, the executed lease agreement on the Nueces County Airport. And to do that, Tyner, it's a standard hangar T11,
That's correct.
and it's in your book. It meets all the criteria that the airport director, John Cox, typically does. And
Yes.
so I would ask for a motion to approve, and our tenant is Kevin Kieschnick. I've got a motion and a second. I've got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, post same sign. Kevin, I expect that you will tell us all the good things about Nueces County Airport after you become a tenant. And I really mean that. I mean, I can't imagine anybody better to share with us what obviously you think is great about it. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to be there. Do you want to say anything great about our Nueces County Airport?
I will. I will also say that
Thank
there's a lot of opportunity for additional businesses out there.
Great.
And looking forward to working with the new consultants you have to work on the contracts to encourage additional businesses and so forth. I know things are a little squirrely right now, but I think this will be
Thank you.
hopefully a short-term issue and continue to move forward.
Don't get upset if it goes up too, though, okay?
And, yeah. And
Well,
I
I may
don't
move it if
know-
it goes up, so
I
it's
don't-
cheaper elsewhere. So.
I don't know if I have this power, but I'll ask Tyner to investigate. I'd like for you to be our ex officio advisory board member out there. You represent the county as elected, but you also understand the business model. I think you could be very valuable to the advisory board. Would you consider that?
I would like to be very active out there.
Okay, I'm going to make sure, I might have to bring it back to court, to get you officially on, but that'd be great. Okay, thank you so much. In this case, we're going to move to Public Works and ask that, I think this is just kind of on regularly. Is that correct, Tyner?
And wait a second, Judge, if you don't mind.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Judge, can I go back and vote aye on that line? I apologize. I had to.
Yes, just tell the clerk, if you don't mind, on item number,
Please. Thank you. Sorry.
and then,
Did
hold
the
on,
court-
Tyner, just get yes. 10 and 11 on the hangar as well, right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, 10 and 11. And then Tyner,
While we're on regular, did the court take a vote and approve the non-essential travel policy?
Laura asked that I wait for the emergency meeting.
Okay, sorry,
Yes.
I missed that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just to let you know that you did post the emergency meeting at 11.
Oh, yes, you're saying I could recess. You're giving me permission. I was trying to finish. I'm so close. But I'll tell you what, how about,
The reason why.
no, I understand, the public. I'll tell you what, how about if we just finish B and we stop, okay? I think that's a good stopping spot. Okay, so are there any actions on this, or is this our recurring, and we've already addressed it in an earlier agenda item? I think we have, right, Commissioner Chesney?
Yeah, motion to table.
Okay, motion to table and second, and all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye to April 8th for the clerk's purposes. And at this time, I'll gavel us out at 11:25 a.m. and call for a recess. We'll come back on the record and handle Human Resources, Auditor, and Executive Session. Okay, we're going to go back on the record at 12:47 p.m., and we're going to continue so that we can conclude. We have a few more items, starting with that travel policy. It was regular agenda item. We skipped over it so that we could get the declaration, and I kind of gave you already all the essence of it, and I'd love to have a motion to pass that. A motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Post same sign. Okay, so that travel policy, Laura, is now good to go. And then we now have the item that, give me a second. I believe it's Public Works Auditor. Auditor, would you take us through some change orders? You have two.
Judge, Commissioners, I presented change order number 10 for this current fiscal year. We are reallocating funds to cover on the lobbying activities is the one, the 60,000 that we're moving. And then we had minor for equipment and repairs in the Kitchen Library. And then we're talking something about the jar buildings on office expenses. There's 61,000, that we're reallocating.
I'm so sorry, I have to catch up.
Yes, it's,
It just took me a little while. Commissioners, do you have any questions for Ade while I'm getting all my paperwork here? It's a $61,000 transfer, and that's all you need there, right?
that's correct.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve? And a second? And all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Now we have one that's capital, and it's number 82.
That's correct. It's to relocate budget funds from capital number 82. These two projects are already pre-approved. One was in the agenda in 3/11, March 11. It's already approved, this project, so we're reallocating the funds. And the second one, it's as well, it was approved already in January 22nd, so we just relocating the funds. The first one is for the FEMA in regards to fairgrounds, that we had to do the 10% match, is 31,381. And then the second one is with the estimated cost of 150,000 that we're relocating. Did you have any questions?
Okay, so we're gonna get, have we already gotten our check for 282, or no? Not yet? Okay, all right. Is there a motion then to approve the 82? A motion and a second, and all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, pose same sign. Okay, in that case, we are done with auditor for today. And then we'll move on to Julie. She's not here, but you can help us, Edward, start it off if Julie needs to help us. So this has to do with getting a driver for our senior community services. We anticipate due to COVID that we are going to definitely need a full-time driver to start the delivery, because this rule of 50 isn't going to work, because we feed all our folks in the community services. And I think the deficit is $7,000. And I was going to ask Commissioner Gonzalez what he thinks about this, and I put it on because I don't know how else we can do it.
I think we really need it there because he's not only he's gonna have a dual role, really. He's gonna be a custodial for Bishop and Driscoll Senior Centers, plus the Meals on Wheels. And if we can close the centers, you're gonna have to have somebody out there.
Well, and
full-time.
I'd like to, we're documenting every dollar we spend on this COVID. We're documenting it for the purposes of reimbursement. We know that, we believe that there will be a relief bill. In fact, I spoke with the congressman about it yesterday, and we really, document is what they tell us. Document, document, document. So this service is really, I just don't know how else we can do it when we close down these community services for food.
Well, to start, Judge, thank you, and Commissioners.
Yes.
Good morning. Essentially, we've been stood up. We've come out here, we've spent over the weekend over 14 hours. We had 8 people supporting this event, so to speak. I don't know what to better call it, drive-through testing. So while we're doing that, we still have to perform our essential duties, which is, again, delivering the meals to our clients. Our clients are both homebound, and they come to the senior center. So at this point, based on this information, wherever we have more than 50, we're going to try to, send them home to, again, they're one of the, everybody considers senior, the law states that you're a senior when you're 55 years or older. But the people that come to our community centers are generally 75 to 90 years old. So they're part of the population that's been affected the most. So we want to limit their exposure, and by doing that, by delivering meals, that's how we're going to do that, is to limit their exposure to coming out into the public. And
And
wow.
we do this ordinarily. It's not like this is brand new, but the difference is that it's the time, right? It's the drive. What you're really asking for is to kind of go from a temporary to a full-time, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was, just want to make sure everyone
Right now,
understands.
we pull in even parks, we pull in the directors to take over when the vacancy is there because nobody wants to work only 20 hours.
Right.
So it become a problem.
It's a burden.
Correct, Commissioner.
So how are you gonna pay for it, and
Well, we're taking a part-time position and we're using those funds to pay for a majority of it. That leaves us with about $7,000 for this year to pay
We're short 7.
7,000.
So what do you think, Julie, do you have an answer for, do we have a funding source for this? Or is there a way that, Teresa, do you have, I know we've had an opportunity to, I know there was some time, and I'm not trying to put you on the
That's
spot,
okay,
but,
if it
but,
don't- I mean, if you can't find it, I'll pay for it, I mean.
Julie, where's the money? Where's the money?
I know, did anyone hear him? I heard him. I can try to help. I don't know if I can help, but I'll help it.
Okay, we'll look for it. and
Commissioner Gonzalez,
Next time around, we have to relook at it, the budget time. we have to-
yeah.
Okay, so what happens next year whenever you're putting this person on full-time, so where are we gonna get the money? It's gonna be in your budget?
We're gonna bring it back to court. I mean, we actually have additional part-time positions that we need to look at. We will bring it to court, but if we don't get the additional funding, then
You won't be able to keep the position.
Yeah.
I have one other question, and don't jump down my throat, but, okay, so is there a plan to close the Hilltop, Judge? Did we talk about that?
So.
Are they gonna close the Hilltop?
That's a good question. I don't think that any, they don't have to close, because they have offices there that are, manned very sparsely. But like for the activities, Carolyn, do you think there's any activities that might have 50 or more at one time?
I don't think, is
Yes,
there? I don't
there-
There
know.
are?
there-
Dance?
Again, the population that we serve out of the Hilltop community is about 80,000 a year. So like this next Saturday, they've got a wedding, bridal shower planned.
Okay,
So
well,
there's gonna be more than,
that's not gonna,
there's gonna be more than 50 people. There's probably closer to 200 people.
Oh, my
There's events that
goodness.
have-
okay, so that we're gonna have to advise them that that's not gonna work.
So, I mean, when we took this step, that's a big step. We're
Right.
going to have to look at operations, we're gonna have to cancel events, just like the fairgrounds into the future, if they're that big. We have a lot of groups meeting, so next to one group, maybe a group of 15 or 20. Then next door, in the next room, there may be another group of 15.
Can you work with Commissioner Vaughn and at least help identify all the groups that are a go, under 50? And then also look at the vulnerable population, make sure you don't have 50 seniors, right? Because you want to go to the lower level of 10 if they're vulnerable. But yeah, those big groups, I mean, that's not healthy for them. I mean, they need to know that that's not going to work. But having said that, just like we're trying to make accommodations for people in the western counties, find out what needs there are there that we can help address in another way from Hilltop.
And Edward, that goes same thing for the senior centers. I mean, they have functions too. We need to,
Correct.
We did remember that yesterday to tell them.
Because we have our exciting Easter event, there's generally about 2,000 to 10,000 people that go to that.
Well, and like I said, I mean, this is happening across, our nation, right? I mean, there are 5 counties in California that are sheltered in place. So it's,
yeah, you drive by.
And of course, they need to know, we don't want to close, they need to know we
right.
don't want to do
you think
that.
you could work with that, on that this
Yeah.
afternoon, Edward, with Commissioner Vaughn's office? Because she's gonna have to, they need to know.
Sure, we will.
Where I was going with that, I was thinking, because you had said something you might have to, I thought, well, maybe there were workers that weren't going to be working that could help you guys.
Well, the thing is that at this point, if anything goes to, I've talked to Juan, so if Juan's staff, again, the main goal is for him to keep the courthouse operational and the jails operational. So we've offered, if we have additional personnel that are available and effective, then they can come in and help out wherever we need to help out.
Okay.
We'll still try to do our essential duties, but our essential duty is feeding the seniors. And then if we have to transition again to where we're taking all our clients that are in the facilities, and we're gonna provide food for them as well. Not only are we standing up for tomorrow's event, that from my understanding, from my discussions with the health department, we're still up. We're gonna bring in a generator, we're bringing in tents, we're bringing in tables and stuff to help out for tomorrow's event, tomorrow's deal. We're also having a food drive over there that the food bank is also handing out food at Robstown that we're going to help facilitate over there as well. So we're getting stretched where we're trying to help out.
And I'll be glad to help any way I can.
I appreciate that, Commissioner.
Thank you, Edward. So going back to the 7, I think that the opportunity is there if Commissioner Gonzalez will step up there and let us know how we can assist. And Teresa, I'm going to ask that if you would look just generally at county judges' opportunities, then maybe I could split that with him if there are. But you'd have to actually go back and see what opportunities. No, just the two of us, because this is an area that's not Commissioner Vaughn's. It just sparked her interest.
Mucho.
And we're still going to maintain all our facilities. All our guys are going to be out there. I've asked Juan a lot about our road work. A lot of people have been asking us about road work. Just so you know, I mean, that's probably the best place to social distance. So we're making, operations a priority to continue, and that includes work in this building. You'll see workers and you'll see people because you can actually social distance the way we're configured. So just for what it's worth. Okay, I've got a motion. I need a second. And a motion, a second, and then all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. Okay, does that take us to the end?
Executive session.
Lauda, do we have
Executive session.
2 items? I would think for the clerk's purposes, we can be very quick. Lauda, do you concur? Okay. I'm going to give notice that Commissioners Court is electing to go into executive session to discuss matters listed on this agenda. We do so provided that we have Open Meetings Act, which has actually been suspended, Lauda. Do I have to do all this? Open Meetings Act has been suspended. Only that portion, okay. Authorizing, I say, do I have to read it again? Okay, authorizing the executive session publicly announced by the presiding officer in accordance with the authority of the government code 551-071, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 86, and 87, and we're going to do this to consult with our attorney, including matters relating to litigation, real property, prospective gifts, personnel matters, including termination, county advisory bodies, security devices, and economic development negotiations. And upon completion of executive session, the Commissioners Court may in open session take such actions appropriate. We are ready to go into executive session at 1:01. I'll turn the mics off. Okay, we're back on the record at 1:28 p.m. and we do have some action to take on item number A. That's to discuss and consider the settlement of Hector Morales' lost property claim. And is there a motion to accept the settlement of $650? I've got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, and then the second one was a consult only. And at this time, I'll ask for adjournments in memory of. Does anyone have any? Commissioner Chesney?
Felipe Ramirez, who was the father of
Oh, yes.
Ramirez, was born in Portland, Texas, passed away recently. He was married to Mary Ramirez, worked as an aircraft mechanic at the Corpus Christi Army Depot for 26 years before his retirement in 2004. He was a Vietnam veteran serving in the Army and was awarded the Air Medal, Good Conduct, and Marksman badges. He was a devoted husband, father, and grandfather who was loved by many, including a large extended family. He was also an accomplished artist and restaurateur who enjoyed many hobbies, including classic car restoration, flying, and models in his spare time. So I wanted to pass on our condolences to Philip Ramirez and his family for the loss of his father.
I echo that. He was a great veteran, and and Philip has done a lot of wonderful things in honor of his father for veterans. So we wish them peace during this time. Is anybody hearing no other adjournments? We're going to adjourn at 1:30 p.m. And thank you so much for both meetings as they were vital to the protection of public safety here in Nueces County.